And by the way, you need to watch your mouth about the double stuff.
All right, we're back in the studio again. We're back in the Drop Culture Podcast studios recording our newest Quickcast.
Brock just found out that I stayed here this entire week, so I am not back. I'm still here.
No, cool.
Yeah,
you were
we
sleeping
only
under
wish
the
that he
stairs.
would have taken a shower in that week.
Yeah,
But, you know,
that
it
would
is
have
what it is.
accounted.
You live with what you get.
That would have accounted for my water bill being so high. Son of a bitch.
But the weird part is I didn't shower.
No. Somebody was using water.
I was going to the bathroom a lot.
Oh, so there's a lot of poops.
Oh my God.
And a lot of peepees.
Yeah.
You're going to have to call a plumber.
Yeah, about that.
About that one. No wonder. Okay.
Downstairs bathroom.
Anyways, I think we digress.
So anyway, we're back in the studio again, recording our newest Quickcast. And this week, you guys have any new movies that are out?
So Joker, which was made for $55 million,
Yeah.
has made $500 million.
It's amazing.
What the fuck?
Dude, it deserves
good.
it.
It is good. Yeah, no, I agree. It was really good.
Really
And we're not going to talk much about it because Brock hasn't seen it yet.
Not yet, guys. Not yet.
Yeah.
I
Killing
will.
the
I will see it.
subscribers. No, just kidding.
I will see it. I will.
But
I
that's
will.
amazing. So obviously that's a big win. But I did read that DC was like kind of weary about making it in the first place, so they got like 2 other financiers for that, so they're not getting all that profit.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, they fucking
Should have
missed a
fucking
boat on
believed
that
in their
one.
product.
Yeah.
Wait,
Fucking
isn't
Sony.
DC owned by AT&T?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoever.
Oh, weird. What a
Weird.
company.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
So yeah, that was a huge movie. I
so
can't wait to see
obviously
it.
a big deal, and obviously it hasn't been out very long. So to see it have $500 million already, it's pretty amazing.
Him being a drama
Yeah,
about
exactly.
a comic book villain
And
too.
just the way it's filmed, dude, it's not so bombastic as other superhero It's
Not
not
at
really a
all.
superhero movie.
It's not a superhero movie.
No.
Yeah.
But at any rate,
You're just
Well,
watching somebody go insane.
You know what I have seen a lot of here in the last week since the movies come out? All of these, shit talking big directors that are talking crap about all the big
so
budget
it's mostly,
cinematic.
It's mostly just Scorsese.
Well, yeah, but
Scorsese came out and he's like, Marvel movies are not movies; they're more like theme parks than they are.
of
cinema.
course.
Kevin Smith had the best quote back to him. He goes, "I get it." I'm paraphrasing, of course. He didn't experience Star Wars in the theater. He didn't experience, I forget the other movie that he referenced. And he goes, when I go to movies like this, it's like going with, like, I think he mentioned his dad, like going to those movies.
Yeah.
He's like, for that whole 3 hours, I'm like watching that with my father, who's
Yeah.
passed. He's like, it's part of our culture. Just because you haven't watched that kind of cinema in the past, and this is the progression of it. And again, I'm paraphrasing a lot, but that was the idea.
Well, he
But-
makes a sound point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like I said, the best retort to it. And like everybody's come out and been like, yeah, Scorsese's off kilter for saying that, but that's his opinion. Who cares? He's like 80.
Correct.
And he has his own opinion.
Yeah, and his own opinion is based in the fact that he has made so many great movies anyway. Okay, it's
But-
like, what would Stanley Kubrick say about these movies?
But they're different kinds of movies. That's
Yes,
the idea.
correct.
So Scorsese makes street films.
Yeah,
Period. That's
yeah.
what he does.
yeah, and he does a good job
Yeah,
at
yeah,
it.
he's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And no complaints. But that's what he does. That's his genre. That'd be like me having a horror director like John Carpenter saying, I don't know.
I'm gonna make the next Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
is it gonna work? Probably not.
Well,
but
no. Yeah, it'd be like him saying, well, James Cameron movies are terrible.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah, people talk shit about-
I'm
yeah.
not a big fan of some of his movies.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it's a different kind of film.
Yeah, yeah.
Different films altogether.
And this right now is for the time. The time that we live in is these superhero movies and these big blockbusters. It's all about the money, but it's all about bringing something that we wanted while we were kids
I'll
see
say,
made.
Of course, it's about the money. It's always about the money. But they did a cinematic event that'll probably never be done again. They have a 10-year spanning story.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody's done that. Yeah.
Pretty amazing,
Yeah.
dude. So just give them props. You don't have to like their, that kind of movie for that to be like, oh, that's good.
But then you also don't got to talk shit on it.
That's what I'm
know
saying.
I mean? Yeah. You just don't, you don't have to. I've just seen those articles pop up, and I think somebody else, another big time director, said the same kind of sentiment. Is this is just really not really cinema? But they said directors have said that about movies throughout.
That's right.
The history of everything.
That's right.
I mean, imagine the first time somebody saw. Oh, I'm trying to like Star Wars. People talk shit on Star Wars,
right, right.
I mean, and it was such a big cultural movie, and it's propelled us into where we're at right now. I would say,
right,
because it gave that fantasy
for sure,
life,
100%. Well, and without that, we would never have the special effects that we have now.
Correct,
because it's just that's how they bumped up.
Now think of the special effects that these movies have brought into
Absolutely.
it too. And like the first time you watch Ant-Man. And you see Michael Douglas as young. I mean, yeah, it was kind of not the best, but you could still really...
If you really think about it, so not earlier than that, but like the early in the franchise, say midway point, Civil War, when you see Ant-Man,
yeah,
Ant-Man, Giant Man, whatever you want to call him, fighting with all those people, it's pretty seamless, dude.
Yeah.
And you're okay, this is good. CGI is fine, but... I don't like necessarily movies that just use CGI to use CGI.
Yeah.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah. There's so many of those movies that came out in the early 2000s that were just like really bad CGI, and they just threw it in there, and they could have done practical. For one, you can really look at The Thing for 2011, where they had practical effects, but then they also had the CGI, and they opted for CGI for some reason.
Right.
And it didn't work because everybody wanted that practical kind of a deal. Now you look at these now, and I can really look back at the very first time that I thought that maybe CGI was really progressing was probably the first Mummy movie. To me personally, right? Where they show the thieves and they show everything kind of showing up. But you could still see the people walking on the screen, and they weren't walking like they were walking. They were walking digitally. Now they have that to where the people and the force and everything working with it looks like it's somebody actually walking.
Absolutely.
And whenever you see Tron Legacy and you see Jeff Bridges' face in that movie, fucking look like shit. It really did.
Upper lip.
Yeah, come on. Why
a
are
little
you doing
more
this
recent?
Shit?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of miscues in that stuff, but there's a lot of good things. And these movies have made it to where people can imagine anything and everything now, 100%, and then put it out there.
Well, one movie that's really good at doing a mix of those two things, of practical effect and CGI, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they mixed it perfect. It still holds up almost 20 years later.
Yeah, that was the turning point.
I would say
think
that
made
in
it legit.
the Potter films.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, at that time period, they were breaking new ground, and they really did a good job. Now, if Scorsese is going to talk shit about that, cool. That's fine. He's probably not going to use CGI in all of his stuff.
I want to see his just transitioning. I do want to see his new movie, The Irishman.
Yeah, of course.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to show in the UK, and then it's going to go straight to video, is what I read. So,
I thought it was a Netflix movie.
Or Netflix, that's what it was. But it's going to show in theaters in the UK before it goes on Netflix. That's what it is.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to do 35mm prints on those things too.
I don't know. When he said all that stuff, I was like, but he's putting a movie on Netflix isn't the same as putting one in the theater.
Exactly. Yeah, not like Tarantino
I'm
doing
sorry
a road
to go back to that, but that's kind of what I felt like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not like Tarantino actually releasing his stuff on 70mm for road shows and going around the country doing it legit style,
for sure.
And then also doing the digital part of it. But then when he goes to Netflix, he completely changes the game again and does a 4-part movie for The Hateful Eight.
Yeah,
come on. I mean, the guy's like using what he has and using that medium to propel his visions for everything, which is awesome. You don't release a special edition and not break it up like that.
Yeah.
You can have a 4 to 6 hour movie now that can come out on Netflix. It was originally a 3-hour movie.
Right.
It works.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they're not bound by anything, and they can literally go, "That's a cool idea. Let's try it."
Well, like the Bandersnatch episode.
Yeah,
that
was cool.
really pushed bounds.
Yeah, that was
And
really
now
fun.
they have like kid shows that do that.
That makes sense.
Netflix.
Cool.
Yeah,
It adds that interaction to it, which is cool.
or a kid show. I don't know if they have more than one. I shouldn't speak without knowing.
But any other movies coming out? I know Aliens
40th anniversary.
40th anniversary is coming up, so we've talked about that forever. I think that's going to be a good one. I've been watching, there's a Geiger documentary on Netflix, just all about him. Not about his alien stuff, but just all about his stuff. You liking those coffee beans there, Dan? And there's just a lot of stuff. I've reached a point with streaming and everything now that I just look through everything. I'm so inundated with everything streaming that I can't find anything to watch ever. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch this. And I'm like, I've already seen it like 20 times. And then I try to watch something new because like last month I was watching anything and everything that I hadn't seen in a long time.
For sure.
So now it's like they need to update it some more, you know. And with Tubi, it's the same thing, going through everything. You're like, oh, great. And they took off one of the movies today. Return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, right?
I mean,
Return
what are
of
the
the Killer
odds?
Tomatoes.
Yeah, Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of stuff for the CW crossover they're going to do. They're going to have a lot of original actors for different things in them. So, like Brandon Ruth will be playing Superman.
Kingdom Come version.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I don't know why they haven't tapped
Is
into
it the
Brandon
Kingdom
Ruth.
Come version, though?
I think so.
Or is it just the outfits, the Kingdom Come
It's probably
version?
just the outfit.
Yeah.
You know, didn't they even tease like a Bruce Wayne article
Yeah,
with Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton, and it said billionaire Bruce Wayne to marry socialite Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
And it had a picture on the newspaper, a picture of Michael Keaton.
See, that's pretty cool. See, and that's
So I
that's
think it's
something
cool.
else.
I just saw a picture of the guy that plays Superman now on those shows, and he was standing with Tom Welling, who played Superman in Smallville. I didn't realize how big that dude is.
Tom Welling?
Oh my
He's
god,
He's
Tall
like 6'6"
motherfucker.
or
not just
6'7",
tall.
right?
He's meaty, dude.
Oh,
I
is
was
he?
like, dang,
Wow.
you changed, a little
Yeah.
skinny kid.
Yeah. Well, he grew into his role finally.
Fucking Superman.
Shit,
Smallville got a Vesa gym.
it took him like
So-
12 seasons to fucking fly. Jesus Christ. I gave up in season 3. I was like, he's never going to be fucking Superman.
I actually bought a bunch of those like DVD box sets
Yeah.
for my daughter because I was into it like when she
Yeah.
was born.
yeah.
Seriously.
So I was like, yeah, you should watch this, and then like she got into it. So I bought her a bunch of those box sets. I think I've seen all the seasons.
Oh.
One of
Because
the better
one of
Lex
them they
Luthors.
actually brought the yes, absolutely, Michael
Yeah.
Rosenbaum.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
He was a badass.
Yeah, he still does a lot of voices for the DC movies.
Yeah, he does.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He's done
The
Luther
animated
before,
movies.
and
yeah,
he's done a whole bunch of different stuff. But he was like a really good Luther.
yeah, he was
You know?
perfect. He was
Yeah.
perfect. I was surprised that never, like, he would be one of those people where I could see him move into a film
Yeah,
at the time.
yeah.
But he did some weird comedy movies too, like
Yeah.
that one where they were sorority girls or something.
Where he had hair.
Yeah.
He
I don't know. I didn't really
he had
watch
a wig
it.
or something like that.
Be gone, hair.
Yeah, he was always bald in the show, so I mean, he had to keep his head shorn.
I like the kid that played Green Arrow too. Was pretty good.
See, and I think that's something that they could really capitalize on too, is those audiences, like we talked about on The Flash and stuff.
Yeah,
How if they would keep those people in the fucking movies,
that
people
Grant
would be
Gustin
there.
kid does a great job of playing the Flash, dude.
He-
That's like
yeah.
a good Barry Allen.
Yeah, he does really good.
Yeah,
See, it'd be really cool if they continued that.
it'd be better than Ezra.
Yes. I didn't like his dolphin run. The fucking Justice League Flash.
Oh,
Yeah, how he
yeah.
ran like a dolphin and shit.
Yeah.
I don't, like he was swimming in the air. I don't fucking know what that shit was.
the images that are going through my head right now. are
Yeah, he's like
ridiculous.
wax on and wax off in that shit. Fucking,
Oh yeah, I
like
know what you're
racing
talking
Superman
about.
and
Okay,
shit.
okay,
yeah, not cool.
That's ridiculous.
There's a lot of things I didn't like about that one.
Yeah,
As far as like
upper lip.
being Halloween and stuff like that, I really dug into the Universal monsters. Like I said, I was going to last time. Kind of got back into those again. Really looking. I watched Dracula, 1972 AD the other day.
Really?
Yeah, with fucking pretty badass movie.
Yeah.
It was one of the old Hammer ones, you know. So it's set in the swinging 60s, but it was 1972, which is
Right.
weird, you know. And like they had like some fucking weird band at the beginning that was all playing hippie music, and they're like waiting for the Fuzz to show up, and they referred to him as the Fuzz. They're like,
Perfect.
we got 3 minutes till the Fuzz gets here, and they had a big argument about it and shit like that. And I was like, what? And some dude talked him into having a seance, which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
There's those movies have their own merit to them too, and I really enjoy those. And
while we're on the subject of movies,